Howdy folks, today we are picking from the garden an abundance of the red cayenne chili peppers. And when you have as many as came off today, you've got to make use of them. So we're going to make some really hot salsa, West Texas style. It is August of 2011. We've had a very brutal summer, and all of our tomatoes that we enjoyed earlier in the year are long gone. We've had approaching 60 days of over 100-degree temperatures, so our tomatoes are gone from the vine. I went to Central Market and bought chopped Italian tomatoes. These are actually on sale, and we've eaten them before. They're the next best thing to picking them off the vine, so we'll use those for our tomato base. We have vine ripened chilies, which are sweet but very hot. These chilies were getting there but not quite, but I went ahead and picked them, and then the rest of them I wanted the plants to continue flowering to produce more fruit, so I went ahead and went out to the garden and picked all of these off the vine because I wanted the plants to start producing flowers again, and that's the way to get them to do it, is take all the fruit off. Other things that we'll need will be red onions, yellow sweet onions. I have 4 bunches of garlic. Each bunch has about 8 to 10 cloves inside. Fresh cilantro, the magic ingredient that makes all salsa good. Then other ingredients that we'll be needing as we go along will be chili powder, cumin, and a little bit of pickling spice that I use for making, canning, but these have a lot of flavor, so I'll grind up about 2 tablespoons of that, finely ground, and use that as a spice. Kosher salt, extra virgin olive oil, white vinegar, fresh limes. Basically that's all you need. Now you can add anything you want to salsa, but these are my starting ingredients, and this is going to be XXX hot, not for the weak at mind or weak at heart. So let's get started. Okay, what we're doing here is basically taking the stems off of the individual peppers, and then we're going to chop them up a little bit and then put them in the food processor. The interior of these chilies, there's the heat, is in this inner skin and the seeds. We're going to leave it all in. We really want to go for a record here on heat, and this is probably the best time of the year to harvest these, so we're going to chop these up into chunks. Okay, we've got our bowl full of chopped chilies, and those are really hot, so be careful. Then we're going to coarsely chop some onions, and all this is coarse right now. The salsa and the fine mixing of it will come later. But I take 2 red and 2 yellow onions and basically just coarsely chop them up. They don't have to be fine at this point, because we'll get them minced fine after they've cooked down some. But that's about the size I want to get my onions just for the cooking stage. Okay, next we come to the garlic, and I like to use a lot of garlic, so use to your own taste, but basically I just hatch out the little cloves, and then using a broad knife you can smash up each of the cloves, and that lets them come out of the paper fairly easily, like so. Then I just take the knife and cut off the butt end of the cloves of garlic. Okay, we've got our onion chopped up, got our dry ingredients ready, we have our cloves of garlic standing by. We have over here a cup of vinegar and 2 cups of water, pure water, and of course the peppers. What we're going to do is we're heating up this large pan without any oil or anything, and it's just dry heating. And we're going to take our chili powder, our cumin, and our pickling spices, plus our kosher salt, and roast these dry ingredients in the dry pan. And our cumin, pickling spices, and salt. And we're just going to stir that around in the dry pan. And roast those dry ingredients, get them toasty. Now I'm using a pot that's this big because we had so many chilies come off. I'm having to basically quadruple the recipe. More tomatoes, more onions, more everything, just because that's how many chilies we got, and I don't want them to go to waste, because later on I'm going to can all this for long-term storage, and then we can eat it throughout the winter if we're brave enough to do so. Toast these dry ingredients until they start to smoke, which they are now. Then we can start adding our wet ingredients. And the tomatoes. Then we can go ahead and just put all of our ingredients in. Onions. And the chilies. Holy cow. What have I created? Then I'm also going to add 1 cup of white distilled 5% acid vinegar. And 2 cups of pure water. And all but a handful of my garlic cloves. Just gonna hold off aside about this many for later on when we add the cilantro. So basically those are our ingredients, and that's going to take just a while to start cooking down. As an afterthought, I've added more water, more vinegar, 6 boxes of tomatoes total, because of I was just kind of guessing at the volume. So we've got about 4 cups of water, 2 cups of vinegar, 6 boxes of the boxed tomato juice, chopped tomatoes. And we're going to bring this up to a boil and then cover it and simmer for about 20 minutes. In the meantime, I'll prepare the cilantro. Okay, our pot is just about coming to a boil. It's a big, low pot to boil, so it took a while to get it up hot, but it's just at a slow boil there. So I'm going to cover, turn it down to simmer for about 20 minutes, and we'll check on it in 20 minutes. Okay, it's been about 20 minutes on simmer, so we're going to check our pot here, see how it looks. Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah. That looks very good. What we're going to do is turn off the heat. Now we're very near the end of processing this, but I'm going to take the last of the garlic that I didn't cook, that is still fresh, and I'm going to put that in. And then we're going to put in about 4 cups, more or less, maybe 6 cups of fresh cilantro. And then using this hand blender, we're going to puree it all up. Then we'll can it, and then we'll eat it. Kind of start down at the bottom, pushing big chunks down. Then we'll make our fresh cilantro, pour that in. That really gives it the fresh taste. And I have the juice of 4 limes and 2 lemons. And we're just going to get this down to the consistency that we want. I think we're about there. Oh, that's good. Wow. One taste of that and your tongue will dial the fire department. Oh, wow. Yeah, buddy. Okay, now what we have is our pressure cooker and our ball jars. I've got about 8 inside there now sterilizing with the lids, and we're going to put in the cooked salsa.
Well, there you have it. West Texas Extremely Fire Hot Salsa, made August the 10th, 2011, XXX. And it's really good on rice and beans, Doritos, any kind of condiment salsa that you would normally use, but it is extremely hot. It's good for killing small children or use as an insecticide. If Slim can do it, so can you. Enjoy.